Alright, welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience, and anyhow, as I was saying, welcome back. So, what was going on? I'm on the bus. We got the NY Predators Department engaging in noise campaign, right? And trying to intimidate. Okay? I don't think so. Like I said, tonight's the night. Let's go. What's the perp right here? Right, that's the perp right there. She walked over to the building and looked down in there's like a basement down there. So, you know, the type of shit that they would do, right? It's kind of weird how you know, they engage in such tactics. Look at this shit. Yeah, do whatever you want to do. Drive on the sidewalk. Do whatever you want to do, man. Whatever you want to do. Anyhow, so they were using also a lot of old ladies tonight on the bus. It always amuses me when they start using these old ladies, right? Because they will be like, "Oh, you're such a gentleman," you know. Like, what? All these type of women I can get as old ladies? It's funny. I can tell you, I'm off the market. I am off the market. Okay? Then neither dating older, middle age, pre-middle age, or young. Okay? I am off the market. I have enough sense to take myself off the dating market, regardless of whatever subliminal message they try to send me, whatever, regardless of the honey traps they send my way. No, thank you. I'm good. All right? Too many people out there have issues because, again, of the conditioning of the psychological warfare that are being engaged on us. You know, if they can't understand that, they don't see that, they can't realize that, it doesn't make sense if you get into a relationship with them or not. All right, your relationship is going to end up, you know, sooner or later, it's going to end up in a separation. All right, people have to understand what's going on and make a conscious decision that when they are in a relationship, they need to make a conscious decision and conscious effort every single day to be committed to each other and to work on, you know, whatever issues that arise, to go forward together progressively, you know, regardless of the setbacks, but to make conscious decisions, I guess, to be committed and to ride the storm together, you know, and come out on the end of that storm, right? people are not willing to do that because they've been conditioned to think that the grass is always greener on the other side, even more so now. More so now, more than ever. You know? I mean, before, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, people would think twice. Now it's, it's so prevalent, right? Particularly in community in which black people live, in black relationships, black people relationship with each other, black marriages. More so now than ever that they are, they jump ship. It's like, it's like, oh, it's like a little kid in a candy store, right? Oh, okay, I got this candy. I want to try this one. I want to try that one. Not understanding the psychological damage that is caused. Not understanding not only the psychological damages, but also other negative aspects of it, because again, of how people are conditioned, how they're raised, and we don't quite know, how another person is raised. That's why I said, if you get into a relationship with anybody, for the first 2 years, you're all dating, what have you, you're all in a relationship, go get therapy together. Okay, work out whatever issues through a therapist. Whatever underlying issue that person may have or you may have, it will present itself, and going to therapy is the best way to, work through that issue. Because let me tell you, a lot of things manifest itself in your subconscious mind. A lot of things are put into our subconscious mind without our understanding, even without our permission. Okay? So when we look at television, we look at sports, we are being manipulated, again, in ways that is not, that we didn't give consent to, put it like that. Okay? So I talk about this, how there are people out there, sociologists, psychologists, who are in these organizations like the American Psychological Association, and they engage in nudging, right? They engage in nudging society, manipulating people, right? But you gotta understand, it varies from state to state, city to city, town to town. Because in a conservative state, there are those people who are, again, psychologists, who engage in nudging, the psychological manipulation of that society, of that state, that city, that town. That is different from someone who may be in a liberal state, city, or town, right? They do it. They all do it because, again, they need to condition society how they want to condition society. And again, they're not conditioning the whole of society, American society as a whole, whether it be conservative, liberal, what have you. No. You have two sets of opposing, or even, actually, I would say 3 sets of opposing views. Okay? 4 sets. You have the ultra-conservative, then you have the ultra-liberal, and the liberal. Okay? So they all engage in some sort of psychological manipulation. And this is what we have to understand. And this is when we're being manipulated without our consent, without our knowledge. Because a lot of times these manipulation tactics and methods, bypass our conscious mind and embeds itself in our subconscious mind, right, where they will play out. All right. So, yeah. Okay. What's this? Okay. All right. Oh, this says Afro. Yeah, and I've been posting a lot of it's the license plate of the vehicle. It says Afro. So I post a lot of photos on Facebook of black women with Afro, and I like to post those images because, again, I, as a black man, raising a black daughter, making her, creating within her that confidence, that self-love of loving her natural self, and seeing herself as beautiful. Like I said, not everybody's going to see you as beautiful, okay? Your mom and your daddy will see you as beautiful. And everybody else, your family may see you as beautiful, but everybody else is going to see you as beautiful. And you got to learn to understand it and deal with that. And it's okay. Everybody see me as handsome, even though most people see me as handsome. But there's just a few haters out there. Just a few haters, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. You're not everybody's cup of tea. Everybody's not your cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? And it's totally fine. But as men, we are more used to being alone. We are more used to rejection. We are more used to being depressed, as opposed to women. Even though women have a high rate of depression, that's not something that they can mentally deal with. It takes a toll on them more so than it does men, right? Particularly when you talk about after childbirth, you have postpartum depression after childbirth, which it hits women very, very hard. Particularly when they've been taking care of a kid, of a child for the first 2-3 years. After that, what they want to go, they lose their mind. But and this is also a part of the issue, that they have not been taught how to be good mothers, right? So when they do have children, they have not, a lot of black men have not been taught how to be good fathers, So a lot of us have to learn on our own, because without any example to show, how do you gonna know if you're doing it right or wrong? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can tell if you're doing it wrong because you can see the negative effect, right? But even if you're doing it somewhat right, maybe you can do better, and you don't think about the ways in which you can do better, right? So it's important that we show examples and we lead by example. And in this society, the example that's being led for us to be led by, or the person who's leading us, a lot of times is not really good example. A lot of times those are people with money. NY Predator Dept. 46, right? So a lot of times when we don't have people to show us and lead us, this is why they delete or remove black leadership, particularly black male leadership, black masculine leadership, because they understand what that does to children who's being raised primarily by mothers. Okay, they understand, they know. Okay, these white racists, they know what they're doing. This is why they can get us to target each other the way that we target each other. It's very easy for them to do that. Talk to you guys in the next video.